Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
The Government Accountability Office this week issued a report examining the realignment initiatives. Although the GAO determined the Defense Department has taken steps to develop plans for infrastructure and schedules for its relocation efforts, for Guam specifically, the schedule is not reliable, and DoD has not completed its risk planning for infrastructure. The GAO also found that the Marine Corps has not identified its strategy to address construction risks, including labor shortages and endangered species protection. Without a reliable schedule and risk planning for Guam, the GAO notes that the buildup could result in cost overruns and delays. The federal government's failure to address the labor shortage in Guam, in particular its denials of H-2B visas, was one of the main reasons Governor Eddie Calvo announced on Thursday that he's no longer supporting the military buildup. Calvo also announced plans to join a lawsuit filed by the Guam Contractors Association against the feds for the denials. Calvo adding what used to be 1,000 foreign laborers has dwindled to just 178. 4,000 laborers are going to be needed for the buildup alone. Guam Delegate Madeline Bordallo may not share his position, but shares his frustration, but says she's working on it.
And I know it's a big problem. It's a very big problem. And I'm on it, and I'm doing everything I can. But to ban the military or not support the military, I don't think that's the right way to go.
The Guam Contractors Association welcomes the lawsuit but remains steadfast in support of the buildup. A hearing on the federal case is scheduled for May. As for the military's top leader on Guam, Admiral Shoshana Chatfield, she says she agrees with the governor in that Guam's economy should not be negatively impacted by the Marine relocation. She adds while she will continue to keep her superiors aware of the Guam situation.
They've received my communication where I've provided analysis of the workload, the number of laborers on Guam, and I'll expect to provide more information to bring to bear an awareness of how much labor is required here on Guam to conduct projects inside the fence line as well as outside the fence line.
Just to be clear, is it the Joint Region's position that there should be a shift in policy that would allow more foreign labor here?
Well, I think that the policy, as I understand it, is negotiated by our lawmakers in the legislation, and right now there does exist the ability to grant waivers. So
the Admiral would not say if they are actively pushing for a waiver for Guam, but says they are providing the information required to make the best decisions. She says she has only managed to speak briefly with the governor since his announcement and looks forward to more dialogue going forward.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.